Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video. This time around we are doing dragons and more dragons and more dragons. I'm basically categorizing or guiding you through every single dragon there is in Trove. So if you watched this video or if you watched one of these videos before, the intro is going to be the same for each and every single video. I'm going to use the same one for each one so I can explain to the people that do click a random one and not just the first one that you know, this is the same, and kind of explaining how it goes. So if you've seen this intro, you can click ahead. In the description there is links to a bunch of stuff, but also to timestamps so you can get to whatever dragon you are looking for if you just want to skip ahead. But if you haven't watched this intro, I suggest you do so. There's not going to be a lot of talking or a lot of entering into this, but there is a little bit explaining why I didn't put all the dragons into the same video. It's because that over time Trove introduces new dragons, and those dragons, if I make one big video, I can't put all those, so I have to make a different one. So I decided that I wanted to do at least 3 dragons in a video, maybe more, up to like 7 or something, like some that made sense to put together. So some of the videos are a little bit longer than others, some are a little bit shorter, but they are categorizing all of them. So when they introduce new dragons, as they did not too recently, they introduced 3 new dragons. Those 3 new dragons, you know, is just gonna end up in the playlist that is on the channel. So it's just, you know, go through all of them as it is. It says in the title which ones is what, and also in the description, of course, so you can kind of figure out which dragons you are looking for. So that's basically the intro, so there's not really much more to say. That was just explaining why I did it like I did it, and not in one big video, as that there's a lot of dragons out there. And yeah, so that was the intro. Now we can start going into the dragons. Enjoy. So here we got the first of the Rampage dragons, and of course these fragments come in caches, and the caches come from the Rampage bosses. So if you maybe have seen it, if you're over 20 mastery, there's going to be challenges that show up for you. Let me get up. They're going to show up right here. Sometimes it's a Rampage a challenge, and you have to go to the Neon City biome and defeat Rampage bosses. You get 1 cache for killing 1 boss, then after that 2 bosses, and then after 3 bosses, and you get 1 cache per that. And there's a chance of getting fragments, pretty high chance of getting fragments in those caches. And there's also, if you didn't know, there's also of course a challenge to that was the rampages, to do a bunch of rampages as well. So you probably want to do these anyways, but these fragments is in these here caches, so it's just random when you're going to get these caches, also when the challenge is up. And you have to go to, like I said, to the Neon City biome and defeat the bosses. You can also craft the bosses yourself, throw them into a club world with other people, and then they can help you do it as well. People are very keen to do these rampages, even if they are, like I said, not done with the challenge itself. So yeah, with that said, we can go on and we can go into the Dragon Crucible, and I can show you guys how you are going to craft this dragon. So down here is where the dragon is. Let me see if I can find it. It's right here, and it's gonna cost you dragon coins, as we are used to, then some flux, and then the memory matrix, the loops, and then the century shards, and then the fragments. So these loops, these can be bought on the marketplace, or you can craft them yourself at, when you go to a Neon City biome, there's different places. It's you know, like kind of like small stations where there's a crafting table where you can craft these. As you can see, they can be crafted at the resistor table found in lesser neon caches, and the lesser neon caches is of course the ones that you get from doing the Rampage bosses. And of course the dragon fragments themselves, of course, is right here, and you get you need 100 to obtain it. As you can see, again, lesser neon caches, and those are the ones you obtain from the Rampages. Then you got the sentient shards, and sentient shards a little bit different. It comes also for the first challenge you do, and then it also is from some tomes, and it can also be something you craft in the resistor. You can also craft these in the resistor workbench as well as you did in the other ones right here. Sorry, these 2 here. So these are all crafted, but they are time gated, and you cannot you cannot obtain really a lot more than you can obtain one a day, and then you can get some from the tome. You can also craft the tome in there, so you can get these a little bit faster and stuff like that. But that's how you get them, and you need 50 of them, so they're pretty expensive or pretty time gated to get. So, but anyways, these two you can just buy off the marketplace. These are of course from the rampages, but you want to do it anyways for the rampage challenge anyway, so you will get when you get there. So that was the first one. Let's move on to the second one. Alright, so now we got the second dragon of the rampage bosses, and if you saw the previous, I kind of explained. I suggest you see that one because maybe I skipped a few things or I missed a few things in that one, but check out this one if you, of course, want to do this one. But the dragon here, you get the fragments from the rampage bosses. Every time that is at top of the hour or bottom of the hour, there's a chance of being a rampage going on. And if you are level 20 mastery, it's going to show up as a challenge, and you'll have to go to the Neon City biome and defeat bosses in there. And you get a Sentient Shard for the first one. I think I said you got a cache for the last one, but you get a Sentient Shard. And then for this, when you kill 2 bosses after that, you get a lesser neon cache. And then when you kill 3 bosses, you get another lesser neon cache for that one as well. So getting the caches, you open the caches, there's a chance of either getting the ones for this dragon or the other dragon in this here. So it's random with how many you get, but there's very big chance of getting fragments in these. And that's basically it. You just go do the rampages, and you can also craft the rampage bosses if you want to, and then throw them in the club world and then defeat them there if you want to do so, and then you get them again. But you can only do it you can only get them while the rampage is going on, so you just have to keep an eye out for that. But let's see how you're gonna craft this dragon. So you go on the fragment dragons and you go down here, and first of all you're gonna need dragon coins as we're used to, and then some flux. Then you need the charge circuits and the loops. And these can be crafted in a Neon City biome. You can find the resistor table. The resistor table is basically a little station. You can find it on the map, and it's pretty easy to find. And then you find the resistor table, and then you're gonna find these here 2 things, and you can craft those. These can also obtain from the marketplace, so you can just buy them there if you want to. The Sentient Shards is a little bit more tricky. You can only get 1 from the rampages a day, and then there's also a tome you can get from, or you can craft them in the resistor table, I'm pretty sure. And also there's something with the greater neon caches, but I'm not sure you can get them anymore except if you buy some really expensive packs or something like that. But these are pretty time gated, and you can not get them on the marketplace. Only these 2 you can get on the marketplace. And then of course you got the resistor dragon fragments that you need 100 of to craft yourself the dragon. And again, they are in the lesser caches you get from the rampage itself. So it's not from the bosses themselves, but it's more from the rampage that there is. And well, the bosses you do when there's an they only spawn when there's a rampage going on, and it's at random, and basically when you get them. So that's this dragon, and now we can be done with the rampage dragons.